everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. The give from the gun. At the 35, he's got room. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, do you love hearing the crowd. But more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Buys a little time with his feet. Unleashes one. Got his man on the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Wants to throw on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, the winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you. Go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. He's looking to throw. Got it! And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. Now second and goal, and right, nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Now the defense has got it going.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing Linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
The give out of the gun. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's good.
Running toward the tape. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right, you see that blocking and all the holes open up. That's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
They'll snap it from the 28, in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They go to the ground. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the 3rd down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
They have just bloodied their nose on this drive, all on the ground. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He's got his man. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. It's great to send that blitz and get the heat on the quarterback, but you might need a little help on the backside for this guy.
Yeah, because now you're putting your guy in man-to-man situation against an elite receiver, and that's a tough battle to win. But you got to take those chances. You got to be aggressive. The offense won that one. At least it wasn't a huge game-changing play.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down here for the offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Pulls it in. It's Knox. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Here's the handoff. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Now they'll try to cash in this drive, 1st and 10 from the 50. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. It's first down from the 37-yard line. They're going to ride this running back. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
Man, you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Run in the red zone, it's Vincent. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass?
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
All right, defense, nice job early in the game, playing well with your backs against the wall. Job's not over yet, though. This is an offense that has shown that they go for it on 4th down, especially during these situations.
It's 4th down, and this offense is going to stay on the field and keep the kicker on the sidelines. Here's the snap, looking to throw. What a catch, and a little Barishnikov right down the sideline. Stays in bounds, and it's a touchdown. Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Pressure coming. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long.
Get in the end zone, fella.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He makes the connection. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down. They want to get this defense on its heels. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to scramble. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. And here comes the punt team. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Bringing it back, it's Wilson. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Running to the left. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Runs through the tackle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if I'm the running back, I'm like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the 1st half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the 2nd half. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Man, and they tried the surprise onside to start the 2nd half. And this game's a great game. It's been back and forth, tie football game. Maybe trying to jumpstart yourself. But I'll tell you what, now you've put your defense in a bind. Let's see how they respond.
Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 2nd half.
Gain of 1. Brings up 2nd down.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. using the quick game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
On the play. Third down coming up.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the catch on 3rd down, and the rarest of drops for this guy.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down.
Headed to the end zone. And it's in there for a touchdown.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. They're working that left side. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll go to the air. Coming after it. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Fires left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught for the touchdown. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. SMU came away with the victory today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Dallas had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He'll bounce his way ahead for a pickup of 4 out to the 14.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. He wants to pass it on second down. Working that left side now. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. From the gun to give, looking for room. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
It's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Wide out in motion. They'll give it to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Running back searching for a hole. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout by the offense.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
The inside handoff. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They'll go right back to it. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Little touch pass to the receiver.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. Slams into the end zone for a touchdown.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll start this drive firing. And the senior would love to have that one back. Just a little too much on the pass. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Shoots it to the left. Just masterful working that side. The toe down for the catch.
What a great job outside working that route. Not only did he get to the sticks to make sure he got the first down, but also was able to get himself out of bounds to stop the clock. You could not do that any better in a 2-minute situation.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll pull it down.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
On second down, wants to throw. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
That's a down and distance that would make a lot of coaching staffs pause, maybe call a timeout and think about, but not this one. There was no doubt, Reese, they were going to run the football, try to pick that up on fourth.
Direct challenge to the defense. If you want the ball, you're going to have to take it from us or stop us, and they didn't.
So moving forward in this game, let's just see how this defensive line responds to this. Can they be more physical and start winning their one-on-one battles?
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. They're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. The offense set for a first down play. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And they're able to get him down.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down. At this point in the season, everything is magnified, guys, and behind this running game, they figure to vault a few spots up in the top 10.
Making a statement, too, getting it done, running the football against a top 10 opponent in a game of this magnitude, David, you have got to be impressed watching this if you're the committee.
Yeah, and making a statement that we've been ranked too low, right? Like when you beat a team of this caliber, now it starts to move you up the charts, which